Hi Niharika, good evening.
Good evening, Manjush.
Could you please start your explanation?
Yes, Manjush. Sure. I'll just share my screen. Now, today we are going to look at the practice of setting up the setup wizard, running the setup wizard. I'll just open the practice number 2-1 here. In the practice, you will build an FCCS application. You have the EPM Cloud URL and credentials. Log into the EPM Cloud and username admin and password EPM demos, and we'll select it. Now I have go to the Oracle and I'm signing in here with an EPM Cloud and the password. And signing in. From here on the financial consolidation and close, we'll just come here and start to open the application to set up wizard. For this, I'm clicking this start and create a new application here. This is of this page. And here next, provide the application details and description as follows. Name as FCCS, description as financial consolidation, and close the business process. Then click next. Coming to this, and giving the application name as FCCS and description as consolidation and close. And close service and click on next. And come to the activity guide. And in this details, you provide the following details. In the details place, you provide the following details. Number of months is 12 months and start and end year is 2020 to 2029. And first month of fiscal year is January. Going to the application again, number of months 12. And here we have to select the start year as 2020 to 2029. And then first month of fiscal year is January. And then main currency is USD and multi-currency is enable, and then click next. Main currency is USD as it already USD. We select the multi-currency S and then click next. And here, this is about this details page, and here we come to the features page. And in features page, we select the following options. For consolidation, you should select the enable, otherwise the consolidation will not work. For balance sheet, traditional balance sheet approach, and journal adjustment, yes, with workflow. Go to the application. Here consolidation is enabled, and balance sheet hierarchy is traditional balance sheet, and journal, yes, with workflow. After that, multi-gap, yes, with manual adjustment. Intercompany, yes, with tracking. Multi-gap, yes, with manual adjustment, and intercompany, yes, with tracking. And then we come here to intercompany entities aggregation is addition. CTA account is balance sheet. Addition. It is intercompany entities is already is addition. CTA is balance sheet, and include ratio calculation as we can see here. Liquidity ratio, asset management ratio, profitability ratio, and leverage ratio is enabled. Here we also take the same liquidity ratio, asset, profitability, and leverage. And this is about ownership. Ownership management is no. Custom dimension is enabled to is created as product, and translation on all the translated currency input, parent input, contribution input, supplemental data is enabled here. We'll see of this. As ownership management is no, and custom dimension is product. Then click on the translated input currency and contribution input as enabled, and here supplemental data collection also is enabled. Yes, after this, After this, we'll click on the next review page and review the details onto the review page. Here we can see that what we have selected all are appeared here, and we'll review it and then go to the presentation and click create the application application creation status source. After now we go to the application and click on create. The application will be created. Application will be created within 10 to 15 minutes. Once it's created, it will be shown like this. Just wait for it. Here we can see that the application creation is successful. Click on OK. Now we'll get the application is open and we'll see this application as like this. The application home will be visible once the application is created successfully. It will be visible like this. That is of practice 2-1. And coming to the practice 2-2, adding a new feature using enable features. In this practice, you will add a new feature using FCCS configuration wizard. For that, login, we have login there. Click on the application cluster, then on the configuration card. On the configuration page, click enable features, then select ownership, management, equity pickup, and partner elimination. Then click enable to enable the selected feature. We'll see this step by step. Click on the home application and in the tools and in the application cluster, we'll click on the configuration. And here configuration will click on enable features. Here we'll enable the features of ownership management and equity pickup and partner elimination. Then select the enable and click on yes. And this also will take as a creation the process time. Your features are feature enablement is in progress. You'll receive the following message on your process is complete. The consolidation functionality that you selected was successful enabled. Before you can use this feature, sign in and sign out and then sign in again. This process will take a few minutes after clicking enable. Just now we have clicked the enable process. So this also will take a few minutes for enabling the features. We'll just wait for it. The consolidation functionality that you have selected was successful enabled. Before you can use this features, sign out and then sign in again. For this, we need to sign out. And again, sign in. This is of the practice 2-2. And coming to the practice for lesson 2, navigation, financial and fees. For practice 3-3, we log into the applications as we have just now logged into the application. And then in the overview, in this practice, you will navigate and review the FCCS application settings. Task, click application after logging in. Then click overview to view the application information. Click the dimension tab to view the dimension details. Click actions to view the different actions available. Till here we'll see in the application. Click the application. Click on the overview. And here click on the dimensions. And from here, click on the actions. These are the actions: import, export, copy, clear, validate, refresh database, remove application, inbound, outbound, explorer. This is of step 4. In 5, click the navigator icon, select user preferences under tools, explore the options in the following categories. We'll see this also in the navigator under tools. Click on user preferences. And in user preferences, we see these options: general and display and notifications and ad hoc options and user variables and reports and form printing. Here we can see these options. This is of till 7. And click navigator, then select services under application, review the status. Click home icon to return to the home page. We'll just go to the application. Click here, click review services under application. Services. These are the services present in the services under application: email notification, process supplemental data form, schedule 1 monitor, system maintenance, and task status update. And again, click on the home page to return to the home page. And in part 3 overview, in this practice, you will navigate and review predefined components. Click navigator, then select dimension under create and manage. Select account dimension, review predefined account in balance sheet. We'll just navigate it there. Click on the navigator and create and manage. We'll click on the dimensions. And here dimension, we'll select the dimension as account. And here we'll select the balance sheet. And we'll review the balance sheet. These are the balance sheet, and under balance sheet, these are these children which are present: total balance sheet traditional approach and total balance sheet cash and non-cash. Here. And then click on home page, select data. Click on home page, select data. And from here, click on FCCS balance sheet, select the balance sheet by period form. Then click close to close the form. You'll see this. Click on balance sheet and we'll select balance sheet by period. And we'll close this form and come to the home page. Click on the home, we'll come to the home page. And click the home icon and then select rules. Click the launch icon for consolidate business rule. Here we'll click on the rules. Here we have rules. And click on the consolidate and launch. Here we can select these entities, period and scenario and year. Here we can launch this. Now I'm going to review the fields, then click cancel. Now click the home and select validates. Okay, and click cancel. After this, now we'll go to the next one. Now click the home icon and select valid intersection under application cluster. Click on the home page and under application cluster, we'll select the valid intersection. And then names starting with prefix FCCS on valid intersection page are predefined. Click on any valid intersection to view details. Yes, here we have opened the valid intersection. The names which start with FCCS are predefined. We'll just click on this. And here we can see these, it will restrict the rate of valid intersections. Here we can see, we can use the consolidation or entity, any two combinations. We'll select and we'll here see this valid intersections and click cancel. And in part 4, Click on home icon, select manage periods under application cluster. Click on home page. Under application, select manage periods. And after that, verify scenario as actual and select year as 2020 or as suggested by instructor. Then click on go icon. Yes, actual and FI year 2020. And then we have already selected this you can see here. We can click on go here and then click on the action icon at the end of Jan row. Select open. Now the status of Jan will be changed to open. Here we can see that Jan is unopened. Here we click on the actions and click on open so that the status of Jan is now opened. Next, that is of part 4. We're coming to practice 3-2, creating a custom navigation flow. In this practice, you will create a custom navigation flow. You have to log in. We have already logged into the admin. Click on home icon, select the tools clustered, and then select navigation flow. We'll go to the home page. Click on tools and we'll select the navigation flows. And here we have a default one. Here we'll create a copy. Create a copy name custom underscore nav underscore ORA 001. We'll create a custom underscore NAV underscore ORA 001 and click on OK. Here we have created it and click on OK. Click on the newly created navigation flow. We'll click on this navigation flow, which we have created just now. And here, and remove task, dashboard and infolet by clicking remove icon. Then click S in the dialog box that appears. Okay. To this and click and we'll remove tasks. We'll click S and dashboards. Yes. And infolets. Yes. And click S in the dialog box that appear. Now assign this navigation flow to any user or groups. Click the magnify icon beside the assign to box. Select the service administrator group and then click OK. So here we have deleted it and click on the magnifying glass. And here we have the groups. Click on the service administration and click OK. We have clicked OK. Yes, like this. Then click save and close. Select inactive to make the navigation flow active. And save and close and select the inactive to make it active. And then now log out and log in to the application. You will notice the task, dashboard and infolet cluster do not appear on the home page anymore. We'll see that after we activated this, we'll sign out and we'll again sign in. Here we can see that the infolets, task and dashboards has been removed from this. By using the navigation flow, we can do this. Now, does not appear. Now, step 15. Repeat the steps from 1 to 13. This time, give the name of the navigation flow as custom underscore nav underscore 002. Remove task from the navigation flow and assign to power user. So like this, we'll do the same again. Now we'll We'll create the other navigation flows with the same, with another name, create copy with custom nav custom nav under okay, and repeat the steps there. Okay, click on OK and click on the custom nav which I have just created and remove this. And here what it says, remove task from the navigation flow and assign to power user. Remove tasks. Just we just selected it. Click on tools, navigation flow, and here custom nav. As we already have chosen, and assign the user to power user and click OK. And save and close, and we'll activate this and we'll again sign in and sign out and sign in. Yes. Sign out. And sign in again. We can see this here, a custom nav tool. As we can, only few are displayed here. This is about the navigation flow. We'll come to the practice for lesson 4, setting up financial consolidation dimensions. Here in the overview, we will perform the following: adding accounts and entities, adding members to the movement dimension, and adding currencies. Overview part 1. In this practice, we'll add the account and entity dimension members. Task: log into the EPM cloud and admin password. To add account dimension member, click navigator, click dimension under create and manage. We'll go here. We'll select our default one from here. And from, we'll click on the home navigator and create and manage. We'll click on the dimensions. And here we'll add we'll select the account dimension and expand FCCS balance sheet, expand FCCS total balance, traditional approach, expand FCCS total assets, and then select FCCS current assets. We'll select that. Balance sheet, traditional approach, total assets, and current assets. We'll select it. And now click on add child. We'll here add the child. Give name investment and alias investments. Same. We'll give the name as investments and alias also as investment. Then click save. Now under the investment, we'll click save. Here, now under investment, now under investment account number, add a child account by selecting investment and click add child. Now here for this investment just we have created, we'll again add child. For this, Give name investment hyphen current alias investment hyphen current. Investments hyphen current and same name as alias also. And then data storage as never shared. Click on data storage as never shared and then we'll click save. Click on save. Here we can see under investment we have created investment current. And then click save. Then add 2 more childs under the investment account with the following details. For investment account, we need to add 2 more childs. Select the investment and again add child. Go to this and we'll give the name as Coval and Fund, COLLNV Fund. NV Fund. Yes. And alias as a collective investment funds. Alias name as the collective investments funds. And the data storage is never share. Data storage as never share, then click save. And we'll click save. And again add another child for this investment. And with the name of crop bonds. Okay. And with the alias as corporate bonds. And data storage as never shared and click save. Make sure the hierarchy looks like the following. As we can see here, the hierarchy is looking like the same which we have created. Now select the entity dimension from the drop down. Click FCCS total geography, then add child. Now we'll select the other dimension as entity. And in total geography, we'll select it and again we'll here add child. Add child. Name, give the name segment alias as segments and base currency as USD. Name as segments. And alias also same. And base currency is USD. Yes, and click on save. Similarly, add a child under segment dimension. Give the name EN01 alias EN01 base currency USD. And for this segments also we create a child. For that we'll give the name as EN01 and alias also same. And base currency USD and click on save. Now under EN01 entity, add 2 more child entities with the following details. EN0 and 05. We'll go to the EN01. Again, we'll add the child. For this, we give EN01 underscore 05 as name as this. And EN0105 New York. New York and click on save. base currency as USD and click save. And similarly, again, another child here, EN0106 and the name as 06, alias as 06 Boston underscore Boston. And the base currency as USD and click on save. Here we can see that we're given 2. Make sure the hierarchy looks at the following. Just so we can see that the hierarchy looks same as we have created, as it is shown in this user activity. This includes the 4.1 practice. We'll come to the 4.2, adding members to the movement dimension. Click on the dimension page, select the movement dimensions from the drop down. Search for FCCS MVMTS subtotal in the search box. Okay, just will select the movement dimension here. And here in the search box, we'll select FCCS underscore MTS underscore subtotal. TOTAL. And click on search. Here we can see the subtotal is appeared. Search down. Select the MVMTS subtotal, then click on add child. Here we have selected this and click on add child. We'll go here. Give the name as MVMTS underscore balance sheet, alias as changes in balance sheet. Name as MVMTS underscore balance sheet. And alias as changes in balance sheet. Changes in balance sheet. Changes in balance sheet, then click on save. Now we'll save this. Here we can see balance sheet has been saved. Under subtotal, we have created the balance sheet. Now we'll add the currencies. In this practice, you will need to add members to the currency dimension. On the dimension page, click the currency and select USD in input currency and then click add currency. We'll select the dimension as currency. Click on the input currency and then we'll select the USD in input currency, then add currency. We'll click on the USD and then we'll add currency. Select EUR, then click save. And select the EUR for this. We need to search for EUR. EUR and save. EUR and click save. EUR will be added in the hierarchy. You can see here in the input currency, the EUR is also added. And likewise, similarly, add AUD, GBP and INR. We'll add those also. Add, click on add. AUD, we'll add AUD. Click on save. Similarly, input history and GBP and INR. We'll search for GBP. GBP, save. And then also INR. INR. And click on save. You can see here that under reporting currency, AUD, EUR, AUD, GBP, and INR is added. This includes the practice number 4-3. We'll go to the practices for lesson 5 overview. In this practice, you need to perform the following tasks. Modify metadata in the metadata file, import the metadata file. Log into the EPM credentials, click on the overview, click the dimensions tab, and then click on export. We'll click on this. Click on the home page. Click on the overview. Dimensions. And here we click on export. And we click on create. Here we'll select the target location as local to export the file to your local system. We'll select the local. And here select account and entity dimension to export. We'll select the account dimension and entity dimension and click on export. It has been exporting. Now for the file type, select comma delimited. We have selected the comma delimited file only. Click export and save it locally. Close the export metadata page. Okay. After that, we have exported it. Always open folder. Here we can see that. Here we will select that extract all and browse. Give it in desktop. New folder. Extract. It has been extracted into that. This is of coming to the practice number 5-2, importing a metadata CSV file. On this, you have extract the exported metazip file, open admin export metadata account.csv file, freeze the top row as we have seen that. We'll open it. We'll open this. And from here, select this first row. It has said, I said in this set, freeze the top row of the file from the view tab. We'll go to the Excel. Select the first row and we'll go to the view tab and we'll freeze this row. We'll freeze the top row. Now we have freezed the top row and come to the close this. Zoom in. Now go to the last row of the file, enter and validate the following details in a new row. We'll go to the last row of the file and enter these values over there. We'll go to the last row and enter these values over there as account as TOT underscore account as TOT underscore account ACC and parent as account. NT and then alias as total account. Alias as NT and valid for consideration is false. Valid for consideration is false. FALS. FALS. This does not notice. And data storage is stored. And data storage is stored. Yes, they will false. Okay. Store. And then data type as currency. Data type, it's not over here. Yeah, here is the data type as currency. Hierarchy type as dynamic and account type revenue. Hierarchy is dynamic and account type as revenue. Account type here it is account type as revenue. And time balance as balance. Time balance as balance. And skip value none and variance reporting non-expense. Skip value as none. Variance reporting as non-expense. XPEMSC. Skip value none, non-expense. Source plan type is console. Source plan type is console. And next. And plan type is true. Plan type is true. True. And aggregation is plus. aggregation is less, and data storage is never shared. Data storage is never shared. They have given this. Yes, all have been given. And then now keep the remaining details as it is, then click save as. Save the file as import file.csv. Yes, we'll keep this as it is, and we'll click on the file and save as. More options, will select on desktop and import file. And we'll select this as CSV, comma delimited, and click on save. Close the file if prompted. Close the file if prompted and save again. Don't save. Go back to the business process. While still in the dimension tab, click import and then click create. Yes, now we have exported it and made the changes. Now we'll just go to the application, close it and click on import and click on create. Then we'll choose, click the dimensions, click import and click create. Browse to the account file and modify on the local system. Yes, the modified, click import, click OK without checking refresh database. Click OK and close the dialog box. Yes. Now we'll check on the import file. The import file which I have given. Import file.csv. Yes. Open it and we'll validate. And we'll import the file without checking the refresh database. Okay, click on OK. And then after this, click OK, close the dialog box, click on jobs to see the import is successful. Now we go to the close this, close it, and we'll go to the job section and see the imported. As we can see here, the import metadata is completed 13 minutes ago. You can click on refresh. So we can see that import is made successful. We have done this. From the navigator, click on the dimensions under create and manage and click total account dimension was successfully created. Now we'll see if it was successfully created or not. Click on the navigation under create and manage, click on the dimensions. And we can see this under total account, which we have created one row has been successfully added to this account dimension. Yes. Now import another account and entity dimension file available in your labs folder in a similar manner. File name account underscore import.csv, file name entity underscore import.csv. As we have, again we'll go to the home page under overview. We'll click on the dimensions and click on import and create. Here we'll import the file as we have a file, that is file to be used, which is given, and we'll add the account. We'll select the account file as the metadata account.csv and we'll import it. We'll validate it first and then we'll import it. Select the refresh database if the imported metadata is successful while importing. Now we'll select the refresh database and click OK. import data as successful. And we'll close this. Yes. We'll refresh. We'll close this. Close this also. Click on job session to see if the metadata is imported successfully or not. Here we can see the error. Let's just see the error. One or more child have failed. So we'll close this. We'll go to the overview again. Click on the dimensions. As the account has many dimensions, we can, if we want to, we can import it again. I'm just importing again, as some members has been. Then click import and then click on validate and import. Refresh database and click OK. And click close. Close it. Now click on the jobs. And refresh it. As we can see that the error is there, but all the accounts has been shown here. Account.csv. Select the refresh while importing, then click OK. Yes. Refresh database. Click on the overview. Now we'll add the other dimension. Import. Create. We'll add the entity dimension now. Open. Validate. And import. That's it. Close it. We'll click on jobs. Till this processing here. Code metadata is for entity to be imported, we have to upload the currency also. For that, we'll go to the overview again. Click on dimensions and import. Create. And choose the currency. Open file and entity also. Then we'll validate. and we'll import. Select it and click on OK. Close. We'll check on the job session. It is processing. You just have to wait. It's taking time. It's taking time. I think it's just a second. Yeah. We'll go to the job session. That's been allocated. Importing metadata is in process. It is processing. Yes, we can see that import metadata has been successful. This is of practice 5.1. We have finished, Manjusha. Thank you.
Thank you, Niharika. Good explanation, Niharika.
Thank you.
Okay, you can leave now, Niharika.
Okay, Manjusha.